Hi there and welcome to section C, exercise 26. And there again we're going to look at 5 senses and imagery, and this time we're going to put it in with the still life. I've gone for quite a classic theme with this one. I've gone with fruit. I wanted to really do a proper still life where you're concentrating on the real fundamentals of colour, of texture, of shading, tone, shape, form, all those things, just to show how basic the complicated things can be. I hope that makes sense. So with these fruits, following the 5 senses, seeing, you can see the colours of the fruit. Here, I'm thinking of, because there's a knife in there, and when the knife's chopping through the fruit, and it's on a wooden board, so you can hear it, that chop, when it hits the wooden board. Smell, obviously smell the plums, smell the fruit. Taste, that's a real easy one with chopped up fruit. And what can I feel? I think it's that warm glow when you're going to eat something nice. So it does cover the 5 senses, not as obviously as it could do, but I think by putting the knife in there as well, it sort of breaks it out of just being fruit. If you put the wooden board, the chopping board and the knife, it adds a little bit, another layer on it that expands how many senses it can cover. Something to bear in mind when you're doing your own, I think. Right, so with all that in mind, we'll go on to the planning sheet. Here we go, exercise 26 planning sheet. So my statement, my communication, I'm looking at different textures and colours in the fruit and inviting people to think about them. That's my communication. I want to invite the viewer to look at the fruit and see the different colours, really explore the differences in reds and things like that they may not have noticed before. The exploration is going to be colour, texture, fundamentals, shape, form, tone. It's a proper painted exercise, this one. The subject, it's 4 plums, 1 apple, 3 raspberries, and a knife on a chopping board. I haven't written down the adjectives and verbs on these, but they're in my head, even going back to section A. When I was picking the fruit, I thought, right, I want an apple with some textured apple, a red and maybe with hints of green in it. I wanted the plums, furry plum, to have that white, purpley fur in parts of them and be a bit shiny, and I wanted the raspberries to be juicy, and just things like that. You want to, while you're picking your sauces, that's what you can concentrate on, is going right back to what we did in the first few exercises in section A. The 5 senses I'm going to cover that I've quickly run through before. See, we can see the fruit. Here, we can hear that chop of the knife as it's chopped one of the plums in half and gone onto the board. chopping knife on wood. You can smell the fruit, you can taste the fruit, or it's an invitation to, and it feel the warm glow of eating something nice. I'm trying to get it so that it makes people's mouths water when they look at the plum. I might not manage it, but that's what I'm aiming for. I think it's, as long as your plan goes in a certain direction and you try and get to that, then you're going to come out with something along the line. I might not be able to get the fruit looking as though it's just ready to eat. I might not be able to get the shines on it properly so that it really looks like it's glowing. But that's what I'm intending to do. That's what's in my plan. That's my plan. Okay? So with that, I've got my fruit set up. I'll show you a photograph of it here. I'm now going to have a go at painting it. See you in a bit. And here we have it, the final painting. Just enjoying the plum that I cut in half. All I was trying to do was trying to invite viewers to understand how many tones of red are available in fruit, and it was the colours and the juiciness of the fruit, the textures of the fruit. That's what I was trying to capture in this one. So there we go, 5 senses on a fruit still life. In the next one, we're going to be looking at landscape, and we're going to be taking the 5 senses and the imagery to see how we can add to a landscape, because sometimes there are landscapes that have got smells to them and that evoke tastes as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. See you in the next one. Bye.